She just put the chair down and sat down. Oh.
Cheer! Montreal, my city. Another Friday morning, the best urban morning show in the country. This is the Morning Detour. It's like a gallery of people in here. We got Vita from Subtle Savage. Tada's on some time travel.
He said Tada. Tada.
Sister Knowledge in the building. And we have the influencer rapper of all rappers. He's a comedian. And somehow in there he fits in there that he's a father as well. I don't know how many kids he has. I didn't know the deep research. But I'll leave that to Tata. Gino in the building. Tim Hortons stores are coming for sure. And of course, you know, we don't do a Friday morning without some Subtle Savage. It's dark outside. I don't know. We playing with the weather. Tata has been time traveling, so it is what it is. Vita Montana in the building.
Yeah.
Big up to Joe Black on the visuals. Shout out to everybody following us on the Morning Detour. Detour 504 on the Instagram. All that good stuff. The YouTube's out there. So this morning, I said, you know what? We're going to do the Diamond Cut episode. In my opinion, she's one of the best rappers in the city. You know, I'm going to say here this Friday. We got to start putting level on things, Tati. Don't you think? You know, we got to start putting numbers. This whole kumbaya thing, we're all, you know, we're united. We're also from the same city. But I think the best female rapper in the city is Focus. Okay. So I said I did Diamond Cut. Even the font.
Talk about it.
Even the font. Look at the D's. Like I shout out to Brian Hardy. He does our graphics. Even in the font. Diamond Cut. The font for the Diamond Cut is the Butcher font. Which is different. It's detailed. You know, small things. So Focus is in the building. We'll play some new music. I think, you know, might have some new projects coming her way. We have Lord Rose. He's the vegan king, Tata. I know that's your wave. You like to eat healthy and whatnot. My body's full of McDonald's and different things. But vegan chef, author of 2 books. He'll be at the Vegan Fest happening November 9th to 10th. He'll be doing a keynote demonstration. So it's a beautiful thing. We had a great interview. And there might be a new challenge in there, Tata. I might do some. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
might be a little challenge in there. And of course, man, we got to do this one this Friday. I haven't seen Tata in a little bit, so early this week I hit her up, Vita, and I'm like, Tata, yo, what's going on? Like, I asked you 2 days ago.
Let me open up my phone.
I asked you 2 days ago.
The receipts.
When you are available, let me know. I like to holler at you. 2 days later, I hit her up. I'm like, yo, what's good? Are you all right? Like, you know we got a show in 2 days, right? And she answers to me. She goes.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta read it before I say it. Oh my God. Okay, yes. Okay, say it. But realistically, that is crazy. Now that I read
so then she goes. Crazy. So imagine, is this somebody you created a show with? There's no one urban morning show in the country. She's queen of academia. She came from the streets, went to school. Now she's teaching kids. I don't know. No, you're teaching adults, right? Telling them wild stuff. Like, imagine that. She's grading. Your cousin is grading people, Vita. It's crazy. Oh. Don't hear from her for 2 days. I text him like, are we beefing? Is there something emotional? Is the moon changing? You know, she be hugging trees and whatnot, Gino. She be going into the wilderness, getting in touch with herself. I don't know why. But I hit her up and say, yo, did you forget to hit me up? Right? I'm starting to feel a way about it. And she goes, she answers, I've been time traveling. I said, what is...
Wait, hold on.
What kind of answer is
that? To be exact, he said he messaged me. He said, yo, hit me when you can. I said, yo, you know, I forgot to press send, fam. And then it happens. You know what happens in real life, right? And then I'm like, bruh, lower dimensional time travel. That's all I got to say. Okay? Then he's like, what the F? He said, when did we travel in time? And I said, I time traveled when I went on my business trip. Okay, so are we going to go there? Okay. I'm just asking. We don't have to.
This morning, we're going to talk about time travel, but important news has happened in the last 6 days. Valerie Plante, our mayor, saying she's not going to seek another term. There'll be no re-election. It'll be the last hurrah. This will be her last dance for Ms. Plante. I've had the opportunity to meet Ms. Plante and go to the mayoress's office. Seems like a nice lady. I don't understand all the bypass. Well, me and Ty will digress about that a little bit later. We also have Ty TL. He's about to do the Place Belle, comedian from Montreal. He'll be doing the Place Belle in the early spring. Tribe Called Quest just got inducted into the hip-hop rock and roll Hall of Fame. So that's happening. Halloween is next week. I'd like to get you guys' thoughts and ideas about it. I think anybody over 32 should not be dressed up going to any Halloween parties. And I also think that any Halloween parties that's celebrated after October 31st is whack and lame. And furthermore, Tata, Halloween should be moved to a more warmer month. So we could really get the full extent of the office. I'm just throwing things out so they know where the show is going.
He throws it at me, but he don't want me to shoot. He don't want me to get no block. I can't even get the alley-oop. He wants me to give it back to. I have to wait my turn.
I'm on that LeBron. Bronny, right back here, baby. Right back here, Bron. Shout out to LeBron James on the side. First father-son duo to play in the NBA game. Tata, I know I sent you the video. There's a white dude that created a slang dictionary, It took him 5 years to put it together, so appropriation happening again. I don't know why it took a while. Everything is art. Ebonics, everything is art thing. I know you're going to go because we do Racy in the morning. Everything's art thing. The slang thing all comes from, black culture, urban culture. But at some point, we never felt the need to write a book about it. We never felt the need. So I want to ask
and
our
that is the plight and demise of our people.
It just came to me. We never felt the need to do that, right?
That is the demise of our people. Let me tell you, hey, are we going to go there?
Go.
Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so last week I was in Newfoundland. This is where the time travel comes from. Before I get there, let's just pin that. Put a pin in it, as they would say, okay?
Okay.
Let's rewind. Back to what you were saying. What were you saying now?
I was talking about this white guy. He created a book. It took him 5 years. And he's collected all the urban slang. Okay. He felt the need that we needed a book.
And
be specific.
And you're talking about appropriation.
Quebec. He said he collected all this.
All the Quebec
This
slang.
is exactly the way the youth, the people of the streets of Quebec speak.
And they've incorporated lingo.
Yes.
From
urbanisms. Yeah.
I'm guessing Creole, Haitian Creole, and everything like that. Because, it's predominantly Francophone. We know how it goes. Okay, so this is like what I was saying last week when I was on a business trip. Us as a community, we do not do enough at documenting. Mm-hmm. We do not documenting. Mm-hmm. So since we're going to get into a week wrap up, let's go there a little bit. I've been trying to find my lineage, right? Like my ancestry on my Bayesian side, because I felt it weird that I only know up until my grandfather's mother, right? So the late 1800s. So I'm like, who's our family? Because, I want to know certain things passed down. Let me see where the thing come from, right? So then I started doing some research, and someone gave me all these websites that I was looking about slave voyages. I was able to go through, I think it had 65,000 slave voyages between the end of the 1700s to 1820 something. And then I was able to see even in Barbados, the masters and the slaves they have, and the transition between slaves having no last name to last names. So now I'm looking for all the last names that's in my family. Sergeants, Medfords, Blades, stuff like that. Boy, oh boy! All my life, my family been saying, "Oh, you're like this side, you're rowdy, you like to fight, you this, you pop a ting." Lo and behold, I find out that in 1816 there was a revolt. I am family to this, you understand me? You're not family too. Twinkle, twinkle, baby. In 1860 there was a revolt, and an ancestor in our family with that last name that slave master gave my ancestors helped free 80,000 people. So me a fight. You know we a fight.
Evolutionary.
There's Harriet Tubman and it is Tata.
Yeah.
That's how the lineage is gonna go.
So we know from when they got their last names, which was in 1834. But still, we're rowdy from time.
Rowdy.
So that's when it starts. So like I said, it's I was able to track all that. That wasn't because of us. That was because of them. Colonizers documenting everything.
Watch a tie.
Even slaves, to the names that they give them, to their teeth, how many teeth they have in their mouth, their height, their eyes, how the texture of their hair is. You know what I mean? If they have all their limbs. All their faculty, all their members of their body doesn't work, right? So we, as a people, we have to do that too. But if you think of it, we're indigenous to the lands that we come from. It's oral traditions. We're storytellers. We are dancers. We are creative artists. We communicate through art. Someone will make you a blanket, and on the blanket, it tells the story of their lineage from it. You know what I mean? So it's different when it comes to this world. But we are looking at it as a Western point of view, writing things down on paper, right? Us, we've documented through dance, we've documented through songs, we just need to know, do we want to, do we care that much to do it like that? And if we did, we would have done it, right? If we don't, because it's just who we are, we don't have to package who we are. We come out the womb like that, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, continue.
You know what I mean? Some of you guys got it, some of you guys don't have it, boy. Listen, boy, back to LeBron James there, Tyler with the Rock this
morning.
Was
a pass.
Where the hell did you go on this business? Every time you go away, it's like you have a problem. Every time you go away, there's a revelation, there's an introspection, Vita. What is wrong with you?
Yes.
Are you that clustered when you're in your town?
Listen, yes. Because you know what it is?
I'm glad you asked.
Once you start spending more time in nature, you realize we're a bush people. You know what I'm saying? Like on my Jamaican side, we come from Chalani. It's like in the country, and I'm like out here acting like I'm a city girl because I'm born here. Like it's like something's calling you anyway. So, from all the stuff I was doing summertime, and now I'm like here in the city, I feel the drainage of being in cement walls. I feel it. So I went to New Brunswick, and I was like, I saw the sunrise before y'all. You know what I'm saying? Me, at first, you guys here, an hour and a half after
we're
me.
late. We're late.
You were late. Though I was at the coast. I wasn't looking at no dirty, spoiled river water. You understand me? I was looking at that crisp Atlantic Ocean at the coast. I was literally the furthest eastern point of Canada. I was on it, man. Yeah. And I could honestly say Canada is beautiful. We need to explore this land and be conscious that it's not ours, and be conscious of the indigenous cultures that people have taken over. But at the same time, everyone has their own culture. Anyways, it's an hour and 30 minutes ahead of us. Ahead of Eastern time, right? In New Brunswick. I was in St. John's. And it was such a fast in and out for me that I experienced a new concept, which is low dimensional time travel. Okay?
There we go.
I'm waiting to explore and do a little bit more research so I can get the vocabulary to really blow people's minds. Because me, when I put my mind to something and I research
once you start researching it, once you start going into it a little bit, right?
So, I stayed the same. I went into a plane. That plane took me into a dimensional portal. It's the plane that allows us to go into a dimensional portal. When we watch movies, they always go into something to time travel. You know what I mean? Unless when they sleep, they're astral projecting. But you always go into something to time travel. Our time travel unit is the plane. Does the plane change? No. Does it come out the other place it lands with wear and tear? Maybe a little, due to the wind. Do you stay the same? Mostly. Physically, externally. It's not like we age 50 years when they see us. But internally, though. That internal clock, though. What is jet lag?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
What is jet lag?
What's jet lag?
When you watch the movies and they come out the other side, what's the first thing most of them do? Puke, right? Jet lag. It's the time travel. So I say it's lower dimensional because we're able to travel through time zones realistically because, like we were talking about, the sun. You know what I mean? So I was off on vacation for a month. I was like sleeping early, waking up early. By the way, morning people, y'all living the best life. You know what I mean?
Well, I went to Israel, and oddly enough, I did not get jet lag going or coming.
You didn't get jet lag going or coming?
And it's like, 7 hours
No, I was
difference.
so in tune to everything. While the plane was moving for the whole time, I was watching the sun. I was being attentive to everything. My ears popping, everything. Me landing, where the sun was, like paying attention to my high noon, thinking what it is in Montreal, that high noon. You know what I mean? My girl lives in France. New Year's. I wish her New Year's on the 6th at 6 p.m. It's her New Year's, but it's my 6 p.m. So that trip to Newfoundland, I was traveling one day. I woke up, I took the plane, I landed there, did a full day of business. I slept one day, the next day, full day of business. I came back, right? Me now, I'm still feeling the jibber jabber of the internal clock. I didn't stay there long enough.
Yeah.
I felt like if I was going to France, 6 hour difference, you know what I mean? I'm at least staying there for 2 weeks. I have time for that internal clock to level out. You know what I'm saying? But with that fasting, I didn't. So I was so attentive to everything. How my feelings were changing. My sleep habits were changing. My eating habits were changing. My stomach, everything was changing just because I time traveled. So that's what I'm talking about. Someone asked me the question, what would higher dimensional time travel be? I don't know, right? Because this is our concept of time. And then they were even saying something like, well, it's only technically sort of time travel because of our concept of time. We'll know what our concept of time comes from? The sun. We have the sun. So you trying to tell me it's not time travel, but high noon is when the sun's straight up. But our high noon, Eastern time, 12 now, ain't the high noon in Vancouver. You understand me? And that's my time travel. And I'm back, and I'm like so hyper. I feel like I'm high on life. I have so much energy, and I think a little bit of like neurodivergence was like peak because like people are looking at me now, and they're arguing with me, and I'm so looking at them that I'm seeing like cartoons. That didn't sound good on paper.
What?
But, okay, I'm seeing like for instance, I'm seeing what people resemble. I'm paying attention to how their lips move. Like I'm overly attentive because of this time travel. I'm like overly present. Maybe that's what it is. I'm overly present now. So time travel is real, and let's.
You want to go first? You guys want to go first?
Who wants to attack?
It's really come to me for a long time.
Follow up after that.
what is going to be your final form? Because I feel, boy, our intros are turning into the numbing segment. Because I feel like it's like
gonna be a mermaid.
You must be a transformer. What is going to be your final form? What's going to be your final form?
A housewife.
No, because it's
Photosynthesis. It's still about the sun. There you go.
A housewife.
You say that, but
I know. I hear it all the time. You say that, but you can't stay still.
no, it's not that. I just think we've done this show for a little bit, and just the frame up. You know what I mean? What the face card says is not. You know what I mean? You don't really play by those kind of rules.
No.
You're your own. You're your own woman. You're your own boss. You don't really play by those rules, so it's weird.
What? The more present I became, I realized the more feminine that I am, and the more free I feel when I'm in that state. That's why that nature thing, for me, that's a very feminine thing. To want to run around in nature, be barefoot and touch and be.
Oh, you never said you were barefoot?
Grounding, man. I told you, man. Pay attention. Grounding, man. You don't pay attention to me. No, man. I feel, and that's just because we call it feminine, but I believe that everybody should have both masculine and feminine traits. You can't be with a man who's not nurturing, who's not empathetic to you. You're going to be crying in front of his face, and he's not even going to be like empathetic
And
to
then
you.
you just stab him.
That'll be that. We don't condone violence on the CKT on the morning show.
I'm just saying, that's what we.
Okay, let me play some music. I think I'm gonna play some Tribe Called Quest. Just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hip Hop Hall of Fame. So things are happening. Joe Black in the building. Tata, Moonchaser, Vita, Gino, Focus. We're going through it, man. Time travel. I don't know where we're gonna end up when we come back. Are we still gonna be here in the next segment?
In Germany.
Oh, okay. I don't know no German words, so much up my seats. The morning detour. Keep it locked.